My name is Yolanda Chandler. I am the Deputy Director here at ChatComm IXP. I came to ChatComm IXP in 2011 as a dispatcher from Texas in my old agency in Texas, in the Johnson County Sheriff's Office. I was a dispatcher there. I became a dispatcher in 2006 at the Sheriff's Office there in Texas. My background was originally from the jail. I worked in the prison system as a correctional officer for 8 years before that. So I had no dispatch experience when I went to work at the Sheriff's Office. But they trained me. I learned a lot. In 2011, I was working as a part-time dispatcher at a local college here, and I met a lady that was a retired Cobb County dispatcher. And 20 years she'd been with Cobb County, and she was like, what are you doing here? You know, working part-time. You should be somewhere full-time, utilizing your skill set and everything. So she told me about ChatComm IXP. I never heard of ChatComm IXP. I didn't know. I was like, well, what is that? And she said, well, it's a private 911 center. She went on to tell me about it. She says, I have a friend that's a supervisor there at ChatComm, and she can send you an application if you're interested. I said, yes, I am. The senior managing director, the now senior managing director, Kelly Beeman, was the training manager at the time. So I filled out the application, turned it in. She reached out to me and invited me for an initial interview, and a tour of the center. A tour of the center is when everything changed for me, and I wanted to be a part of it. It changed for me just being interested and wanted to know more about it to, oh my gosh, the first tour, I wanted to be a part of ChatComm IXP, because when I worked at the Sheriff's Office in Texas, it was a little small room in the back of the jail. You know, they just kind of stuck you there, a couple of computers, about 5 or 6 positions, and there you were. Here, you got your mapping interfacing on your CAD. I mean, 5 or 6 computers. And at the time, you know, 5 years dispatching, almost 6 at the time, and I considered myself pretty seasoned, you know, but coming into ChatComm IXP, at first it was like a little intimidating seeing all those screens, but at the same time, I wanted to be a part of it. And by the end of the tour, I was like, oh, please, please, please call me back. You know, I hope they call me. And she did. She called me and offered me the job, and I, of course, accepted. And in 2014, so I started in 2011, 2014, I was CTO. The position came open, went up for it, and I got the position. Enjoyed training. I love training because you get to impart all this knowledge and things that you have learned. And one of the main things we preach here at ChatComm IXP is growing our own. You know, so everything that I learned, I'm going to pour that into someone else because it's going to make the team stronger. And that's exactly what I did as a training manager, as a training officer. 2016 rolled around, a shift supervisor position came available. I went ahead and went up for it, got the position, became a lead supervisor, worked 2018 to 2020 in that position. Deputy director position became available, and I got it. Everything that I learned as a CTO, as a shift supervisor, as a lead shift supervisor, I went through the ranks, and it prepared me for where I am today. ChatComm IXP makes sure investing in their staff through training, advancement, not just monetary. And so that's pretty much my backstory.